Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel, Plus Size in Canada. My name is Miranda. I got Curtis with me, and we are going to answer some of your questions. I recently made a post on my community tab asking you guys if you had any questions for us, and a lot of you did. So we are going to answer some of those today, and some of them are Christmas related, so we are going to save those questions to answer on a video during Vlogmas, which is knocking on the door. It's ho 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 time. It is literally, we're watching Parks and Rec, so if you know, you know, but it's here. And Perkins. We are fortunate enough to have new subscribers, new friends come over to the channel all the time. And I don't want to annoy my already been here for a long time subscribers by talking about the same things over and over and over again. So the Q&A videos are actually really good for brand new subscribers. They can get to know us a little bit more and get some of their questions answered. And the first question I'm going to start with is one that we get asked all the time. And it's like, it's such a Hallmark movie. Okay. How did we meet?
Stars.
How did we meet? Okay. This is a question we get all the time. And it's not like we saw each other like one day across a crowded room and immediately, yeah, we were like, bam. We've known each other our entire lives. Our parents were best friends in high school. Mm-hmm. Like they all were in the same group. His mom dated two of my uncles before she landed Curtis's dad. And two of my uncles, one on my mom's family, Uncle Roy, and one on my dad's family, Uncle Dale. So like we're from a small town and we're not related. Okay, like it's not Sweet Home Alabama.
Come on. No, we're not related.
We're not related, but we know people who are. So Curtis's dad, his name's Jeff, and my name's Jeff.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
He and my Uncle Roy are best friends, and they grew up being the best of friends.
Like brothers.
Yes, totally. And I mean, they have
time.
other brothers. Because back then, people had a lot of kids. Back then. Back in those days. I feel like
3 is a lot.
3 is a lot, but my dad had 8
Your dad had
siblings.
8 kids?
No, 8 siblings. And my mom had 5, or like, including her.
And there was 5.
How many were in yours? Yeah.
My dad had 4 siblings, so the 5.
And your mom had 3?
4.
4.
4 including her, so.
1, 2. Oh, Marlene, forgot about that chick. Okay, sorry, Marlene. Anyways, yeah, so his dad and my uncle also, we should know, like, it's not just a regular uncle. My Uncle Roy was kind of like a surrogate father sometimes. Him and his then wife basically helped raise us. Like, it was like a village, you know? So he's way more than an uncle. So when I say Uncle Roy, it's not just like, oh, you know, that guy we see at Christmas. No.
He was also,
trust me,
our kid's Uncle Roy.
Yes, he was
Even
very involved.
He's a great uncle, but he's
yes, he is also
a great
uncle. So it's funny because Curtis's grandparents, when they were both living, they're not anymore. They're both in heaven. And my Grammy, because I never got to meet, oh no, I did meet that Grampy, my mom's dad, but he passed away when I was 5. But my Grammy G, who recently passed away last year, they would tell stories about Jeff and Roy being idiots, being so bad, and like doing the dumbest shit you could ever believe. And they would like, they were so close that like my Grammy would scold his dad. Honestly, like it was that tight. So we've known each other since we were born. We were at each other's first birthdays, second birthdays, third birthdays. We were basically at each other's birthday parties until we got to pick the guest list.
And then I didn't make your list?
No, you didn't. I didn't make yours either.
It's kind of that at that stage, you kind of just invite your
Right.
guy.
You
I
have
invite my guy friends
boyfriends
usually.
that you hang out with. I have girlfriends that I hang out with. We've been friends our entire lives. And that's why it was weird when I caught feelings. Okay. This is the skinny. Okay. This is the tea. Back in 2002, I want to say. Yeah. 2002. Was it 2001? 2002, I think. Anyways, long time ago. Some of you guys probably weren't even born yet.
2003,
So
we graduated.
I'm sorry. Yes, I know. I think it was 2002 because we were doing Love Hurts, the musical. Anyways, yeah, we were in bands together. Okay, like, we're cool. The bands were not that cool. But anyways, I realized that there was a lady who, not a lady, she was 2 years younger than us. I don't want to say little girl because it's weird. But we were young too. Anyways, I noticed that she seemed to like have a thing for Curtis, my buddy, my friend. I already had a boyfriend. He wasn't on my radar at all. So I, being the helper that I am, I set them up. I did the little, hey, Curtis, like, I think she likes you. Like, you should ask her out. I think she'd go for you. Hey, do you like him? I think it could work. Like I was wheeling and dealing. And when we were driving back on the church bus going from your Aunt Marlene's church, oddly enough, in Truro in Nova Scotia, he finally popped the question, will you be my girlfriend? Not to me, but to the girl I set him up with. And he was literally sitting in the seat right behind me because I knew he was going to do it. And I was like, I wanted to be like in the room. Like I wanted to hear it happen. I wanted to hear her say yes. I was so excited for him. And because like we're friends, literally like really good friends. And when he asked her out, I started to bawl like a baby. Like I didn't show anyone. Yeah, I didn't actually. It wasn't like a baby. I felt like an idiot and I felt, Miranda, calm down. Like, why are you crying? But like, I legitimately felt like, oh my goodness, it's making me emotional now. I don't know why. This is why I think God had us planned for each other because
you set me up with the person who kept us apart for so long?
Well, it just, I was like, what? I have feelings for Curtis? Like, he is such a nerd.
I was.
He's not my type at all. And I had feelings for him for 3 years. So it wasn't a full 3 years. It was close to that. They broke up. Him and Megan broke. Sorry, her name was Megan if I didn't say that. One time he called me Megan. My mom slapped him. Okay?
We dated very recently after I broke up with her.
Because I had feelings for him for so long. And small town vibes, okay? Megan and I both worked at Salisbury Big Stop, okay? And I remember her complaining about you and not being nice to you when you would come up and visit her. And I'd be like, one thing about me. I was about to go off on her so many times. And like, for instance, one time he was going to whitewater rafting in Maine with some friends. And it was like a big deal. Like, who goes whitewater rafting? Like, anyways. And this was back before people did stuff for the gram. Okay? There were no social media, things like that. There was no camera phones, anything like that. So he wasn't just doing it for the clout. Like, he was just doing it for the experience, which I find people don't do that very much anymore because it's all about posting social media. And hi, that's my job. Literally, quite literally what I do now. But anyways, she was so mean to him. He came up to say goodbye. And I was like, Curtis, don't die. Have fun. Like, I like, because she didn't have a time of day for him. Anyways, they broke up very shortly after that. And she actually dumped you, right?
Yeah.
And he was very sad. Okay. Yeah. This is a long story, but it's really not it. I guess I'm telling too much of the story, which you don't really have to. You can fast forward if you want to, but anyways.
And they've heard this. Some of them.
Yes. If you've been here, this is a true story and I don't have to remember it. I don't have to remember lies because this is the truth. So it's like, that's why you should always tell the truth because then you don't have to remember everything. Right. So anyways, Megan broke up with him. I had gotten out of church. I was living a life of, partying and drugs and stuff like that. And I had just recently come back to Christ and, you know, like the prodigal daughter, okay? He ran to meet me, okay? Trust me, I was well taken care of. I'm talking about Jesus, not Curtis at this point, but I digress. We met at church, and I think it was like only a few days after Megan had broken up with you, and I felt so bad because he's my friend, right? And it was a year after we graduated, so we hadn't seen each other that often, and he was sad, and I went over and gave him a great big hug, and I was like, I'm so sorry that this happened. Like, it'll all work out. Whatever is meant to be will be. Like, not thinking anything about my feelings, just genuinely feeling sad for my friend. And that day, when you got home, you emailed me. We emailed and MSN messengered, okay? That was the game back in 2004, okay? And he emailed me, and he was like, I feel like such a jerk. I was going through a cancer scare, like quite literally I was going through a cancer scare at the time. And also my family was in a hot mess express. There's some major family drama that we really don't need to get into, but it really broke my family for quite a while. So, and still, like, let's be honest, it's not completely fixed. Don't think it ever will be, but that's okay. Anyways, he was like, I can't believe I let you console me, and your life is what it is right now, and I didn't console you, and I'm so sorry, and I hope that you're well. And he invited me to come to College and Careers, which was like the graduated youth group at the time. And I started going, and he started getting feelings for me. And I was like, I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, Miranda, you are making this boy love you. So you better make sure that you love him too, because you can never break his heart. And I was sure.
I got a question.
I was right. And 18 years later, okay, we're still together.
Still kicking. So my question for you is, this conversation in front of the mirror, was it out loud or in your head?
I don't know, man. There's voices. I actually do. I remember like having a moment where I was like, you cannot hurt this boy. You cannot. Like, it would, I like literally could never hurt him. Like, it's not in me. I couldn't do it. And if I do it, it's by accident because I did not mean to.
Same here.
Yeah.
I've hurt your feelings some before. And
sometimes recently, maybe, perhaps.
And I don't even know what I did sometimes or what I said, but it bothers me so much when I hurt you. And I just...
Yeah, we're not okay unless we're okay.
And we're okay.
We're okay. Okay, I promise the Q&A is going to go quicker. I cannot cry every single... I think it's like... It's Christmas, man, and I get sentimental. I really do. And you know what? Feeling is okay. Tears are okay. Right? They're okay.
For sure.
Yeah, anyways. Okay. I actually wrote down the questions on a piece of paper, so I have like Christmas pieces of paper.
Did you write down that you were going to take 15 minutes on that question?
No, I'm sorry. But I did write this one. I have to read off your phone because the question was too long, but it was good, so I wanted to answer it. Okay. So let's rifle this one off. We got a lot of questions about travel. Where have we traveled? Where we want to travel? Several questions about like specifically areas that people were from. So let's just go off right now, and we'll just say everywhere's where we've been. Sometimes we've been places more than once.
When we were dating, we went to Toronto.
Niagara Falls. We also, like, I did that with my family too. You did that with your family.
We've done pretty much the whole Maritimes. We did Newfoundland.
Oh yeah, we've been everywhere. I had a specific question about Newfoundland. Yes, Stephenville. We went there for a firefighter fire fit challenge back when I was pregnant with Cooper and Skylar was a baby, and I loved it there.
It's beautiful there.
But it's such a long time to get there, man. The ferry, never again. Yeah. Never again.
If we go back, we're going to fly.
Oh, I will never go on. That's like a 5-hour-long ferry trip. Being pregnant and having a toddler. No.
Skylar was a mess on that
trip. My goodness. Anyways, where else? I've been to Alberta. I've been to Red Deer, which is also in Alberta. Banff.
I've never been beyond
New Hampshire. Florida.
Yep.
Been to Florida.
No, sorry, never more west than
what's the place where Paul Bunyan lives? I was there. I can't
Alberta?
remember. No, he's in the States.
I don't know where
So
Paul
my
Bunyan
family, we drove from New Brunswick, where we live, to Alberta. and we went everywhere in between. We went to Montreal a couple years, just me and you,
Yep.
a little bit ago. I planned the trip. It was amazing. It was a surprise because I took them to a Leafs game, which was so fun. We brought the kids to Toronto. We went to a Raptors game. Have we been to a Blue Jays game? Oh yeah, we did in Florida. Yeah, but we are going to Toronto again this summer, like this next summer coming. That's the plan anyways.
So which one was your favorite out of all those trips?
My favorite out of all the trips I've ever been on in my life.
With me.
I want to say Montreal, but I'm not going to say it just because it was so much driving. Because we went for one weekend. We drove there and drove back. It was 2 full days of driving. It was not. I would say my very favorite trip ever was the last trip when we went to Florida, but it wasn't Disney World.
No,
it was the beach.
It was going to Tampa.
Yeah.
Going to
it was
Indian
Shores.
Yep.
Yeah. It was like something out of a movie.
So I think my favorite, Montreal's one of my top, and that was without the kids, so I feel guilty saying that.
Yeah.
But it's so rare that we went on trips alone. It's still rare that we go on trips alone. The few that we have done, because I can probably list on one hand for sure, trips, even trips within the province that we've gone on overnight alone without the kids.
Oh yeah. We haven't done it at all.
So
we're just now getting some freedom with the boys being older.
And so I'd say that one's one of my top ones, and that's probably my number one.
So what was your favorite part about Montreal? Don't answer that! People also asked, are we going to do some more traveling, just us? And I'll say yes. But none of those plans are in the works right now, simply because we want to make as many memories with our kids while they're with us.
I think, well, our next plan, we are doing Ontario with the kids, and we're just going to kind of plan that one. It's a big trip. And then I think the one after that needs to be just you and me, and it needs to be
flying somewhere.
I want to fly away. Like, I want to get out of here.
I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. No? When I die, hallelujah, by and by. Okay, this is a great question. Is it financially worth it to be full-time on YouTube? For me, at this point, yes. Because number one, it's November, December, and YouTube pays double what they pay the entire rest of the year because advertisers put more ads on the videos in October, November, December. But I quite honestly I didn't start doing this for it to be a job. I started doing this because I wanted to have more in my life than just being a mom. And I had nothing really that was mine. And so I made my own dream come true. It's kind of cool.
It's pretty cool.
It's
how
kind
you
of cool.
created your own career.
It's not financially worth it sometimes. And it's not always, I mean, it really does depend on your channel and how many views you get. And
how persistent you are.
Yeah, and how much work you put in. Honestly, when you're self-employed, you work as hard as you want to. And that will show up. I'm not like a big friggin' 2 million. I have no idea how much these big YouTubers make, but I'm telling you right now, if you have over 1 million followers and you get like hundreds of thousands of views on your video,
you're doing well.
You are an executive. Like that's amazing. And that is not at all my goal. My goal is to be a mom and also make some money to help the family out. And that's it. I don't aspire to be, some big, who's an influencer? I don't even know. Celine Dion? Like I really don't have big aspirations of that at all. I just want to help and also have my own thing.
So I'll give you the kind of the outside view because I don't do the work. She does it, but I watch it very, like I see how much work she puts in. So my answer to that question would be, if you're asking if it makes more money than like a decent full-time job or even a a low paying full-time
Oh,
job,
yeah.
I would say absolutely not. Now, if it's your dream to do it and you would be really good at it, then go for it, and you can probably make something of it. It's taken her like 3 solid years of a video every single day to get to where she is right now, and she's making about what she was making when she had the full-time daycare going.
Right.
She's not making more.
Right.
I still think she has potential to make a lot more because she's so good at this, but the only reason that she's where she is right now is because she put in a crap ton of time and effort. So as a part-time gig, I don't think it's ever going to gain enough traction unless you have some kind of like some kind of thing that is going to catch on, like really quick. And you did it without any gimmick to get you going. It's just Miranda, and that's what people come back for. Sorry, they come for you and they stay for me.
Yes,
Yeah,
the perfect specimen, right?
But
here.
still, to this day, she doesn't make more than a regular full-time salary. She makes less.
But my goal was always to be a stay-at-home mom, raise my children, because I was a preschool teacher and a daycare before we had Skylar. And I kind of knew I didn't want my kids to be in a full-time daycare. And if I could do anything to allow my kids to be raised by me fully, that's what I was going to do. And at the time it was babysitting. And now it's awesome that I can have my own schedule. That's my favorite thing. My YouTube schedule is my own. No one tells me what to do, okay? But also, as a side note, what's the worst part of it? There are so much worse parts of it. Like the hate, the people that are so vile, not just towards you, but towards the people that you love. Honestly, I've made a lot of choices over the last few months. I don't share as much as I used to. I really don't. I do still keep it real. But I don't give out every little information of what's been going on. I don't vlog all day long, all my day in the life. I don't do that anymore. And that's to protect the people that I love and my sanity, which I need. So there are a lot of downsides to it. Also, it's a lot of work. Like especially when you have to teach yourself how to do it and do it every day. It's a lot of work.
Some of the days it's full-time hours.
Oh, absolutely.
Not every day, but when she does a big video, like she plans it for sometimes hours, and then she executes the video and records it for hours, and then
sometimes it does take that long,
and then
unfortunately.
sometimes edits for hours. So if those 3 sets of hours are 3, we're at a 9-hour day.
Right.
And that happens on your bigger videos.
Right, but not always.
Sometimes you're able to throw together a small video that only took you a couple hours.
10 minutes.
Yep.
Done.
Took you half an hour of videoing
Filming.
and editing, and then you just throw it up in the evening for another half
The
hour.
lives are really easy.
Yeah.
The lives are so easy. It's like point and shoot. Like,
those
it's not hard, but I get a lot of hate on those because I don't have a very good filter. And it's really hard when I can't be like, oh, I can't say that on the internet. Shit, I can't say that on the internet. Can I take it back? No, because it's already been said. And I have to be really careful with the kids and stuff like that. So there's a lot of worse parts of it, but I think every job has shitty parts. Yeah, especially if you're a paramedic. Quite literally. Have we ever considered moving from our small town? Yes, often.
We talk about it all the time. And to be honest, the only thing keeping us here right now is her, because I have an appetite for change. I keep saying it.
It's so annoying.
I always told her, just say the word and I'll sell the house and we'll go somewhere else. Or I'll sell the house and we'll go on the road full time.
No.
Grab an RV and let's get going,
There's an RV.
I hope it looks better than Eddie's.
Yeah, no, we've considered it lots. Basically the reason we're still here is for the kids. The kids have all their friends here. They're involved in every activity.
But I also
I don't want to break their foundation here whatsoever.
But
someday we'll move.
I think we got to the point now that it's more difficult to get up and move than it would be to just stay and live out the rest of our lives here.
Yes.
Like, because we've talked about it and we're starting to change our tune on whether we do or don't want to someday move to the beach, just because
Listen, it was that damn hurricane that scared me away from the beach. I don't know about that anymore.
The reason for me is just like, it just seems easier and more comfortable to just stay here at this point. Like,
Yeah.
forever.
We have too many stairs in this house, though. And my knees are getting old.
I'll get you.
When I'm 60, we're going to have to live on a, what do you call it? A flat house? Not a flat house.
On a slab.
Slab. On a slab. Like a cake. Ooh.
I could still get you one of those elevators up the stairs, like and up.
No.
Where you sit and
No, but we have staircase, 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 staircase. We can't
two to
get
the
4 of
basement
those.
and 2 to get up into the house because it's razor edge. So
Okay. How many piercings do we have? He currently has 0.
I had 1.
He had a nipple
You guys
piercing.
can guess where it is. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
can't guess anymore.
He wants to get another one, but I don't know if he will or not. Actually, Skylar and I have an appointment to get some piercings after Christmas. Because of COVID, everything's so backed up. If you want a tattoo or a piercing, you have to like make an appointment months in advance to get it done. So I have this area. I don't know what you call that. I've had that since I was a teen. I do have 2 holes here, but I only wear earrings in one. I have 3 holes here with 3 little studs and 2 holes here, but I only wear it in one. My next one, I think it's gonna be on this side. It's this piercing, a hoop there. And I have my nose pierced. I used to have my tongue pierced.
I'm interested in seeing
He
that.
wants me to get it again, and I think it's a little, I'm too mature for that now.
Are you considering it?
No, no, I'm not.
She's considering it.
I sometimes miss it because it makes me look like a badass, but like,
I like it.
I'm 37.
Now, I
it
told
just
you
doesn't
recently
feel right for me
the
anymore.
next spot I would pierce on you.
I will never do that, and you're sick.
No,
you're
I'm not.
sick.
I think it'd be hot. Brought to you by Diet Coke.
Oh, all right, Winnie is having a fudgicle. We are actually, it's 9 o'clock at night. I'm in my jams, okay? We are filming this tonight because Curtis works the next few days. And I wanted to get this video up before Vlogmas. So we're working with the light we have, and we got to get Winnie to bed soon. So we're going to try to wrap this up. No pun intended. Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So 2 more questions. Top advice for starting a health journey. Jasper.
I got him.
Okay.
This is your question.
Jasper wants in Skylar's bedroom, probably because he smells that Skylar has food, because he always does. I would say, out of all of the journeys that I've been on in the last 25 years, 30 years, I'm 37. Anyways, went on my first diet when I was in grade 4. And I'm still wrestling with food and emotional eating and binging and restricting and all of that stuff. So I would say the top advice for starting a health journey is to be nice to yourself, to do small things little bit by little bit, one day at a time, and not make it like I need to lose 150 pounds this year or I'm shit. Because you can really only lose that amount of weight if you have weight loss surgery. And that's not an easy pill to swallow. That's not doing it the easy way. I actually know some friends that are doing that currently. And I know they're working their ass off, and it's not a quick fix. But all that being said, that's how you drop some serious pounds very quickly. And I feel like now with social media, especially, you see that. You see people dropping weight so quickly. And okay, Jasper's walking around with a bone in his mouth.
He keeps crying.
He's gonna find a place to hide it, and then he's gonna relax.
So if you guys are wondering what's wrong with him,
do you see what he's doing right now?
He's
scared of the wrapping paper. It's the wrapping. He's literally scared of the wrapping paper.
Oh, no.
For land's sake, Jasper.
He's not gonna go.
If you guys saw how ridiculous he's being right now. Anyways, I want to finish this damn video. So I sometimes now, like when I'm on TikTok, I will be scrolling, you know, and I will see these transitions from like, you know, 300, 400 pounds to a skinny mini in one quick second. Like they go from this to this, and it's like such a drastic change that doesn't even look like it's the same person. And let me tell you, sometimes it's actually not. Sometimes people like trick it and it's not, but it's just the reality of it all, and the reality of your journey cannot be answered on social media at all. And everyone is different. And yes, you can look for inspiration from other people, but truly you have to get right with God. You have to get right with your doctor, with the people that you love. There's so much more to weight issues on either end. There's so much more than food. So much more than food. It's not about having a salad instead of having a burger. It's not. It's way deeper than that.
It hurts my heart looking at your social media from the past, because I see those phases. You said you talked about how people lose it too quick, and it's not. It's not always a sign of health when somebody drops a bunch of pounds, right? Because I see those in old social media, and I know how much you were hurting when you lost that weight and when you put it back on, and it just makes me sad because I know you were going through something then a lot of the time. Like, and it's not always.
When have I not been going through something? This man is an angel.
No.
Oh my heck! I'm so glad God loves me, because if he didn't,
I wouldn't be here without you.
I wouldn't be here. So that's the freaking truth. We all know it. Anyways, okay. So for the last question, this is one? Yep. This is the last question, and I'm not even gonna say her name because you'll be like, who?
Okay.
But it is somebody from our small town. Okay. So it's somebody who we know. Well, you would be like, oh, hi, who was that? Because that's who he is. Okay, she asks, here's a question that I've wondered for a while, Miranda. Being from a small town and having quite a few followers in your town, do you find it strange that they know so much about you, when other than family and friends, you know so little about them? So I think what she's asking, it's interesting. That's like a different perspective.
The people around us have an inside view of us and our family, a very personal view of us, but we don't have that of most of them, right? So that's a good question. So I would say it's weird. Is that the question? Is it weird?
Yeah,
it's weird. It is weird. And when sometimes people approach me, whether I know them or not, and they know stuff about me that I don't know about them, and it's weird. I've gotten used to it, and I don't mind it. I like it because they're just like our extended YouTube family now.
Right.
But especially when
we met a girl today at the mall, and she was like, Miranda. She ran right over, gave me a great big hug. And I was like, oh, do you watch the videos? She's like, yes, I do. So like, I meet people all the time, almost every single time. Like, not trying to like brag, because it's not that, but almost every time we go out now, we see subscribers, we see friends, and it's really neat. The kids think it is so cool. I will say a lot of the people that watch my videos that are from our small town are actually Skylar and Cooper's friends. They're teenagers aspiring moms. Okay. I get it, because we didn't have exactly this when I was growing up. But even when I was a young mom and YouTube just started out, I was watching all the family vloggers, and not even gonna lie, for a bit, I was like, can we be Mormon? Because the Ellie and Jared, the Bonnie, the Shaytards, all these. Anyways, there was a long time I used to watch only Mormon YouTube, and now I'm just like, holy shit, there was a lot they weren't talking about, because now it's like, no, pump the brakes on that, Miranda, no. But yeah, so I don't think it's weird if people like watching the videos and they know me, because power drinking, you guys, literally, he just ate for so long and we had to stop the video because of the noise.
And then he decided to have a cry fest for the next 5 minutes after.
He's a problematic child right now. So this is kind of my train of thought, and it might be weird, but in Miranda's world, things only have to make sense to me for me to be happy. I think it's something to do with my controlling issues, with my OCD, with my anxiety and panic. Like, if it makes sense to me, I'm good. I'm gravy. So in my world, if I have friends or people from my small town that like watching my videos, and they kind of know me in real life, and then they really know me online, I think if they like watching my videos, then they're my people. Then we would hang. We would get along. So
because it's pretty real out there, like they know us.
Yeah, like I'm not, if anyone, literally, if you know me in real life, you know this is exactly who I am in real life. Like, yes, you don't see like the side where I'm, crying because I'm thinking about doing bad things, and I have these really dark places that I go sometimes, and it's anyways, like you don't see that, but I think that's a really neat thing to put out there, that sometimes the happiest people are actually the saddest people, and you never truly know what someone's going through. So you should just be nice to everyone. And I don't know. I don't find it weird. Maybe it's because I've been doing it for 3 years. Trust me, it was weird when I started, and I was like, I'm going to put this video on YouTube and I'm not going to tell anyone. And I didn't tell anyone.
You didn't tell very many people.
I didn't. My sister-in-law, who I tell basically everything to, didn't tell her, didn't tell my sisters, didn't tell my parents. We were like vlogging for almost an entire year before we actually had conversations like, oh yeah, well, Miranda has a YouTube channel. So like, I think it gave me confidence a little bit to do this. And at this point, it's like, Curtis's parents don't watch the vlogs. And listen, this is what happened one time. I gotta make this quick because it's literally bedtime. But Curtis, when we were like finally telling people like, this is what we do, Miranda's got her phone out, she's taking videos for YouTube. So we told Curtis's parents last year that we posted a really good video of Cooper's birthday. And did you send them a link? I think yes, he sent them a link of the video. And his mom texted back, is there any way you could make this shorter so we don't have to watch the whole thing?
Send us a shorter version.
Yeah. So they don't watch the vlogs, and that's
okay.
That tells you something, that like it might be awkward for us to hang, because only the people who like watching these videos are my people. Okay? So sometimes it's awkward because it's not easy ebbing and flowing there, but
you don't have to like watching our videos.
I don't want them to watch, to be totally honest. It would be weird, because then they would just judge me more, because it's an in-law situation. If you're not married, then you don't know. Okay? But anyways, yeah, I don't think it's weird that I don't know my subscribers like they know me, because I feel like if they're my friend, then that's all I need to know. Like, if you're nice to me and you like me, I love you.
Do you know what I need to know?
What? I need to know.
What's under that?
I need tank top and a really sexy bra. Tell me, baby girl.
Whenever she wears something with a zipper in the front and the videos aren't on, I kind of usually do this. Then I get a nice little.
If it's true, don't leave me all alone down
Would you
here,
stop?
wondering if you're ever gonna take me. Who sings that? Tell me about your feeling, 'cause I need.
I don't know.
It's Mark Anthony.
I don't even know.
One of J-Lo's many husbands.
Don't even know who that is.
Wow. Okay, that's it.
So we're doing a Christmas one soon.
Yeah, in some time.
In a week or two.
Yeah, I don't know when it will be, but it will be sometime during Vlogmas. But there's some really cool questions that I want to answer. And yeah, there were some that I just didn't answer because I didn't want to.
Because you didn't need to know.
You didn't need to know. I love you guys. Come back tomorrow. I'll see you there. Bye.